Instagram, Facebook, it's Billy. It's day 5 of my challenge of 100 days in the arena. And man, I'm getting my ass kicked because the stuff I've been talking about is not actually what I meant to talk about in this whole challenge. It was supposed to be about me like coming out about doTERRA and basically, hey, this is me, this is what I've chosen to do, that kind of stuff. Oops, hold on. Hey Felina, how's it going? But yeah, it's kind of morphed into more about me and my feelings and my truth and all this kind of stuff. And I've been getting such amazing feedback from everybody about like how whatever I'm saying is really striking a chord with them. So instead of talking just about oils, I kind of want to keep it going kind of this way. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where I end up in 100 days. And that's part of this challenge is like I'm in the arena. I don't know what's going to happen in 100 days. I don't know if I'm going to die at the end of it. I don't know if I'm going to like be a completely different person. I don't know. But that's part of it. I don't know. It's going to be my 41st birthday on day 100. So we'll see what kind of rebirth I'm going to be doing. But what I have in my hand right now is my beautiful rose oil that I just got in the mail today that I won. 2 of them actually this summer for working my butt off. You know, when I'm sitting at home watching everybody taking their kids to the park and going all these like water parks and doing all this fun stuff with their families, and I was at home watching and working my butt off. This is one of the prizes I got. And I didn't know how expensive this was. Holy, we just learned that doTERRA actually just released a pure rose oil. It's only 5 mils. And it's because it costs $275 US for 1 bottle. And I got 2. And some jasmine and cananga, which I love jasmine. Jasmine's my girl. But anyways, this oil is gonna kind of go with what I want to talk about today. She's the queen of oils. She just mends the heart. So I'm just going to rub some on my heart because the things I'm going to talk about today, since yesterday, I talked about, I say we because I don't know who's watching. And this is part of the scariness of this. I don't know who's actually out there. If people are thinking, I'm like, what is up with Billy? And I've been getting some of that. People are like, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm like, this is just me being me. But I talked about vulnerability. And as you could tell, it was a very, very tough topic for me to talk about because being vulnerable, like I said yesterday, is not something that comes naturally for me because I've held it down for so many years. Like so many years just, nope, no one's going to see that part of me because I'm going to have this, try not to swear, don't F with me attitude mask on because that's what you feel like when you don't feel like your feelings are safe in the world. And that's kind of where I've been living a long time. So on the topic of vulnerability, and I've realized that my videos are getting longer and longer and longer. It was supposed to be like 2 to 5 minutes, and I think it started at 4, and now it's like every day it's 2 minutes more. So I'm going to try to keep it down there. Thanks, Felina. I am not alone. And this is why I want to continue on this line, is because I didn't realize how many more people are actually going through a lot of the inner battles that I'm going through. So if this can strike a chord with someone and give them a little bit of hope that, hey, you're not alone, and that you can call me anytime, but if I find when people share their pain, it helps people deal with their own pain. And as hard as it is to share your own pain, sometimes it is necessary. Oh, the kids are home. I thought I was going to get this done before they... Hi, guys. I might have a... Hi, Maddox. Maddox, my doggy's here too. Anyways, one sec. I'm just doing a live. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Hopefully you heard me. So on the topic of vulnerability, Lee Freiling had a post about what are the 5 lies that you tell yourself. What are the 5 biggest lies that you tell yourself? And when I wrote those out, yeah, Care Bear, call me anytime, sister. When I typed those out, I didn't realize how big they were and how really wrong they were. And I still am having a hard time trying to accept that they're lies, because in our brain, that's what we do. We tell ourselves these things to keep us safe, because that's what our brain is supposed to do, is keep us safe. So I wanted to share my lies with you, because on the topic of vulnerability, this is not something that, again, I'm very vocal about or very public about, but in the space of... Hi, Sajin. I want to say hi.
Hi.
That's Instagram and that's Facebook.
Oh.
Want to say hi to Instagram?
Hi, Mom.
Hi to Facebook?
Hi, Facebook.
Mommy's doing a video.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, the other one's here too. Oh. You want to say hi to Instagram and Facebook?
Hi. Hi, Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, yeah, Faceagram? That's a good one, Faceagram. Okay, can you guys give Mommy 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. See, this is what it's all about. Okay, thank you.
I want you to tell me.
Give me 5 minutes and I'll be right there. Okay? Okay, see? Those cuddles and loves and stuff, that is what life's all about. Thanks, Felita, yeah. Okay, so on the topic of vulnerability, I wanted to be vulnerable again and tell you my 5 biggest lies. And I have a feeling some of you out there watching might actually have similar ones. So I'm here to tell you that they're wrong, because I keep telling myself they're wrong. Yes, honey. Can you give me 5 minutes, please? Thank you. Okay, I'll lock the door. That's a good idea. Lock the door. What a great idea. Cool concept. Okay, so I'm going to try I have Kleenex put aside just in case, but I've been rehearsing this, so I'm going to try to just say it without getting too emotional. But first one, I'm not smart enough to be successful. This one came from, because I've tried a lot of things. I've attempted a lot of businesses. I've attempted a lot of jobs, and I haven't really succeeded in them. Yeah, Melissa, it's already starting to feel uncomfortable, right? Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. This one comes from that, but and people see me now in doTERRA and succeeding, and I think this is one of the reasons why I really do align with it, is because, wow, it's something that actually is working. And I realized that I wasn't succeeding at those things because it's not what I was meant to be. It's not where I was meant to go. It wasn't the job I was meant to do. When you find, I said this before, when you find your passion meets your purpose and aligns with the culture of the company or the business that you're doing, that's where you're home. You find your vehicle. And that's why I think I am succeeding in doTERRA, because it feels so right in my heart for me to be putting my name, my face behind a company that does so many amazing things in the world. So I think that's kind of why I am succeeding. So for one, you're not smart. It's not that you're not smart enough. You're just not maybe doing the right thing. You're not where you're meant to be. That's not where you're meant to shine. So I've definitely found the place where I'm meant to shine. So number 2, I'm not girly enough to find or keep a husband. And this comes from my childhood, because I grew up with 2 brothers. And in our culture, there's a big double standard. I've battled with this a lot about, boys can do whatever they want, girls are supposed to stay home, speak when spoken to, do what they're supposed to do what they're told, that kind of thing, right? So I really grew up wanting to be a guy, straight up. because it sucked being a girl. So I wasn't very girly. You know, I started doing a lot of, like, as I got older, I mean, I cut my hair, but that's more for because I'm a mom now and I don't have time to do my hair. But, you know, like, I rode motorcycles, I snowboarded, I picked a career that's male-oriented, policing. You know, even my nickname, Billy, is really a boy's name. So I started almost morphing myself into wanting to be a boy. And I kept hearing all the time, like, well, maybe you should just be a little softer or a little bit more girly, or, you know, maybe stop doing all those things because, you know, you be a little more homely. And I think that's why I was single for most of my life, because I couldn't want to. I'm going to try not to read the comments, and I'm sorry, guys, because it keeps distracting me and it's going to make me cry some more. So I will reply to those, but thank you very much. Oh, Angela, like, you guys, yeah, not girly, womanly, right? A lot of the time we're taught that being strong is a male quality, but it's not. Absolutely not. Is it a male quality? And I think that's part of the reason why I am in a situation where I'm at, because, you know, you're always being told you need a man in your life. Hell no, you don't. Unless that person is bringing, like, love and happiness to your life, you don't. And so many times women settle. And that was going to be another topic of mine another day, is what we settle for in our lives. But I'm not going to go there. Okay, number 3. My opinion doesn't matter. Even doing this whole challenge and live and talking about the things that I'm talking about, there is that little voice inside of me that keeps saying, like, no one's going to care what you say, Billy. No one's going to care, oh, that these are your lies, or, you know, care about your vulnerability, or care that you're crying on, you know, no, like, your opinion doesn't matter to people. You're just, you know, that keeps going. And it's still, even like right now, I'm like, people aren't going to care, but that's wrong. They do. And it's proof in all the people that are responding with all these beautiful messages from you all every day. Number 4, no matter what I'll do, I'll never win. And that comes from failing, comes from trying, and again, it kind of relates to that first one, when you don't feel like you're at home somewhere. That's kind of where that one does. But winning is a tricky word, because, I mean, you just saw my 2 beautiful children. I'm winning. Even if I'm on the worst day, I'm winning. Sorry. My kids are everything. Those people who know me know that all I've ever wanted was kids, and those kids right there, those 2 little, beautiful little human beings, even if everything in life falls apart, I've still won. All you moms out there kind of know what I'm talking about. And they're trying to come back in. Hey, lock the door. What a cool concept to lock the door. Okay, I'm coming in a couple minutes. Oh man, it's so hard to not cry in front of the kids. They don't understand. Okay, and finally, number 5. I'm not enough of anything. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not business savvy enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not anything enough. And I know this one resonates a lot with people, because we're constantly felt like we have to keeping up with the Joneses, if that makes any sense. Like, oh, I have to have a certain house and have a certain car, and then I'm winning, or I'm, you know, it's such a lie. And this is probably the hardest one that I'm having difficulty with. Yeah, you cry when you talk about kiddos too. I know, what is it about kids? Like, still hormones? I don't know. Thank you, Adrian. Yeah, you are too. And we all are. We seriously all are. And this soul truth training that I did was really bringing out your inner potential. Okay? I'm not going to get back into the settling conversation, but we settle so much in where we are in life that we forget that we are made for so much more. Rachel Hollis said that, didn't she? Yeah, movie was made for more. We are made for more. And we're not about just get that job and, or get this rank or get this husband and get this family and, check, check, check. That's what Michelle Poller said. She was checking off society's boxes because that's what society tells you to do, right? Go to school, get an education, get married, have kids, buy a house, get a good job, check, 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 check. I did all those things. And why am I still at this point right now where I'm not miserable? People from the outside probably look at me and be like, wow, she's got it all. But when you're not inside feeling like you still are enough, you're constantly battling with yourself, trying to prove, not to the outside world, but to yourself that you're enough, right? And it comes from, I think, childhood, a little bit of your childhood upbringing. I think everything really comes from your childhood upbringing. Let's get real here, right? Because that's where we are ingrained with these values and these opinions that really are someone else's opinions that they put in us. I mean, like, my kids don't feel like they're not enough. They don't get mad like, oh, I'm not old enough yet to do that. They say it to me all the time. When I'm what do they say? When I'm big enough, then I can do this. If when I'm big enough, I can do that. And they know that they're learning, and they know that at this stage in life, this is all that they can bring, and they're still learning. So this is where I'm at now. Like, I'm learning more to be myself because I'm unprogramming all those lies and all those opinions and all those values that really weren't my values, but they were instilled in me. So now, like, as kids grow, they get filled with this program. And now, as adults, I heard a saying once that said, the success of a parent is in direct relation to how much counseling your kids need when they grow up. Might be a true thing. But we get programmed to all these things, and then we want to, now that's why we go to counseling. I go to counseling, and I'm not shy. Before I used to be scared to say, hey, I go to a counselor. I actually see a psychologist. We actually have to, through work, see a psychologist once a year. But now I'm going more, just for my own personal. I've never done that before, ever in my life, ever. I was more like, I would go talk to a counselor here and there about things, but I would never be like, okay, let's bring up all that nastiness, that dirtiness, that ugliness that I've kind of put down and just kept down in my soul. Bring that out, look at it, recognize it, realize that it's not real, and then bless and release, like, as they say, right? Kiss it and go. And now I'm refilling and trying to reprogram my brain into thinking about who I really am and who I'm meant to be. And this whole year that I've started with doTERRA has really been such an eye-opener for me. I mean, there's so many things where I'm like, man, I thought I had it all. Like, and there's been times where I'm like, is doTERRA ruining my life? Because why am I all of a sudden like crying all the time and all these emotions and all these? But no, it's because it's bringing out the real me. This is where I'm coming home to. That's a good one. That's a good way to look at it. I'm coming back home to who I am because I haven't been home. I've been at somebody else's home. Wow, this is getting deep. I've been at someone else's home, and now I'm coming back home to who I am. So my Queen of Oils, Rose, has been putting a lot of that on my heart today because, she's going to bring up all my my realness. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, was vulnerability. And you know what? Look, I only went through one Kleenex, so it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, considering I was talking about my top 5 lies. So I hope if those lies resonate with you, then look at it, right? This is what we're supposed to do, is stop ignoring those feelings. Those feelings are coming up for a reason. They're trying to tell you something. And kind of stare it straight in the face, right? And be like, nope. This is what tapping does, is you're kind of like looking at those feelings and pretty much telling your body and those feelings and whatever that mindset is that, you know what? I'm good. You had me protected for a long time, but I'm good now. I can take care of myself. And that's kind of, it's a process. It's a muscle I'm learning. Yes, Brina, feelings are messages. You sent me that today, and it totally resonated with what I was talking about today. So makes so much sense, right? Those are messages from your soul, from your body. That's like, come on, let's fix things. Let's get back home. So yeah, okay, I'll open the door. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today. And I'm going to talk about more oils, I promise. But we'll see what comes up. I was going to start planning what I was going to talk about every day, but I'm just letting it come up and whatever comes up for today. And it's on my heart. That's what I want to share with you all. So thanks for watching. Until tomorrow. Day 6 tomorrow.